Hi, welcome to my allotment update. This is my favourite spot to sit in summer. I'm in some shade and I can watch the sky, watch the birds. I've seen buzzards, I've seen lots of crows flying around, all in one direction and wondering where they're going and what they're up to. I've seen a hawk hovering. I've seen lots and lots of planes because I think there's a flight path up there. It's bank holiday Monday, end of August. I feel quite stupefied by the heat, but my body feels very relaxed. Feels really nice not to be cold. So let me show you what's been going on since my last update. I think where I'll start is I'll show you the entrance to my plot and then walk you around and tell you a little bit about the history of when I got it and when all the things sort of started happening on it. So this is the path going down to my plot. These are my beautiful gates that my friend gave me. There's my bell pull. Oh, excuse me. That's how you get my attention if you don't say hello. So this is my plot. So you can see I need to do my hedges. I started doing a friend's hedges the other day and it really hurt my wrist. So I'm just going to have to be really careful with pacing myself. The good thing about this hedge coming right down last winter was that it's going to be really easy to cut it with just a normal hedge cutter with a battery one. But I think I'll probably have to do it in stages, and I might need to try and get some help. So here is a hawthorn tree that I put in this little corner here. It's quite dry. I have been trying to remember to water it because it's not been in there very long. I only put it in sort of late spring. This wild rose is doing really well. As you can see, I've been putting lots of sticks in there to prop it back and to try and give it some kind of structure so that it doesn't go all over and cause a nuisance to my neighbours. So this is what you can see over the hedge. As you can see, you can't see very much. So what I've been doing is, because this isn't a big a sort of main path along the allotments, is all my sticks I've been putting along here as a kind of wildlife habitat, and every now and again I'll come down and sort of just push them further into the hedge because quite a lot of creatures, I think it must be foxes or something, really like sleeping on there. It must be quite nice and cosy, and they can catch rats when they come past. So as you come into my allotment, this is what you see. You see my little shelter here with my cup of teas. It's my tea and coffee and hot chocolate for when you want them. I use powdered milk, it's a lot easier. So I first got my allotment in spring in 2019. I was very depressed at the time, so it was really excellent to have somewhere just to come down, be outside and just have some time to adjust to, well, menopause. Lots of different things were happening at the time, which has resulted in me having long-term health issues. So this is why this allotment is so absolutely vital to me. It's a chance for me to be sociable when there's people about. I've made quite a few friends on the allotments. It's a chance for me to grow fruit and veg that I really enjoy, because as I mentioned before, we're not well served with fresh fruit and vegetables in my area, and what is available is expensive and often not very good quality. So food is really important to me, for lots of different reasons, obviously, the same as everyone else. And I really enjoy cooking, and I really enjoy preserving my crops. I've just made a gorgeous batch of crab apple jelly. A friend's crab apple was absolutely laden with the most glorious, divine smelling fruit, and I think half the beauty for me of making jams, chutneys, syrups and sort of preserves is the smell. It infuses my flat with the most gorgeous smells, and it's lovely to wake up in the morning and sort of catch the last kind of sweet smells of the crab apple jelly, or the chutneys that I'll be making. So this afternoon or this evening I need to make some runner bean chutney. I've got all the ingredients now. I'll be using some of my own tomatoes. It's a really good recipe. It's kind of tomato based, and it's quite spicy and just delicious with a whole bunch of potatoes or anything really. But it is kind of the main event of it can be the main event of a meal. Which is very, very handy if you come in late or you don't feel like cooking. You can just do a bunch of potatoes, whichever way you like, and then just have big dollops of this runner bean chutney. So that's what I'll be doing. There's still more to harvest. I've probably got about 1 kilo at home, so I'll be making them in half kilo batches because otherwise it just becomes overwhelming. So that's what I'll be doing this evening. Also what I need to do is harvest some greens for my dinner tonight. These greens are doing so well in here. It really, really helps with the shade cloth over it. I don't have to water half as much, and they're not getting all stressed out from getting too hot and getting sun directly on the leaves. So I think this has been a big success. I still haven't managed to put in a doorway because I don't like to buy stuff. I prefer to find it or do swaps or something like that, because I think that's the allotment spirit, is to upcycle, reuse stuff, cooperate with people. There's so many benefits of having an allotment, and one of them definitely is learning to make do with what you have, make the best of what you have, and not waste stuff. I fully believe that allotments could be a real opportunity to live a more low intensity carbon lifestyle. Makes me sad that the allotments on this glorious day, Bank Holiday Monday, are empty. I'm guessing, people are with family or they're out in the Peak District, but I think this would be a lovely place, and it is a lovely place when my family are around, to spend time here without having to get in a car or spend money. I think that's a real positive for encouraging more people to get allotments and use them more as like, instead of just going away all the time, actually spend more time in the allotments, because the more you give the allotment, the more it gives back. And I have given this allotment a lot, and it's giving back in tons, way more than I've given it. So I'm just showing you around. I'm just kind of walking around, having a little ramble. So the first structure I put up was the polytunnel. That was during COVID. So that was wonderful, having somewhere to come to in that winter, because it was still winter when lockdown was declared. So I think I did it just before then, because I was able to come down pretty much every day that winter, or late winter, early spring, and have somewhere to come and be outdoors and see people over the hedge. It was a huge, huge, huge help during COVID, my allotment. The next thing I did, this is obviously with a lot of help from friends and people that do little jobs on the allotment. The next thing I did was a pergola, which has served me incredibly well. It's very, very, very handy having this here. Somewhere under cover that you can sit, somewhere a little bit sheltered. The next big thing I did after that was put the shelter in. I think actually I might have done it between the polytunnel and the pergola. This was really fun to put up. Sorry, the sun's right in my face now, right on the camera. So this is really long pallets. There are problems with it, but it was very easy to construct. And I think what took the most time was clearing a big compost pile from that corner and levelling and putting slabs down. The actual construction was really quick because we had all the materials on site. But what I'd really like to do is raise it up and put the guttering on the back. I think that'll be more handy, but it's absolutely fine. I've put that co-op tee bunting along just to remind me not to bump my head on there. So as you can see, I'm getting lots of crops, lots of things coming at the same time, which does make it tricky, which is where the preserving and all that stuff comes in. It is time consuming, and you do need to buy vinegar and sugar usually, but they do last in jars for up to a year or even more. They suggest just keep it for a year in a cool, dry place. So to me that makes much more sense than running a freezer. Or yeah, I don't know, I suppose that's the only other the big thing people do is freeze stuff. Well, I don't have a big freezer, and I don't want the expense, but just doing batches of chutneys, jams, syrups and my dusts I think works out really well. So I'm getting lots of tomatoes here, no more bottom end rot. I've been watering them more, not frequently, but with less time in between them. So I've given away a couple of these giant basils and they smell absolutely gorgeous, so I'll be potting one on and probably taking it home. And yeah, I'll probably be potting them on soon, because I'm really keen to have some crops that go on into winter. So I'm already starting to think about what I can have for winter. I especially like salads and greens over winter, because those are the hardest things to get fresh and nice in the shops. So the chilies are coming on really well. These peppers are looking great. I'm thinking I should probably, well, I've harvested a couple, but I think I should probably harvest a few more. Oh dear, what's happened there? Oh no, it's just a green one. Oh dear, I thought it was getting rotten. Oh, the colour is so strange between red and green. It's a very odd colour. This little snapdragon is self-seeded in here. Luckily I recognise lots of seedlings now, so I don't take things out unnecessarily. My Cape gooseberries, I've had a couple of handfuls, and the smell in here is absolutely beautiful. I'm not sure if you've ever smelt Cape gooseberries, but they are really wonderful fruit. And once this is sort of really papery, they stay, and you harvest them, they actually stay in their husk for a little while. You don't have to eat them straight away. But I do really like making chutneys and jams from it. But I don't think I'll have enough this year for that. Right, let's have a look in here. This is my soft fruit and brassica cage. We've been having lots and lots of raspberries. So I think next year we'll have a lot more, because this is the first year that it's really produced. So most days I come down, I have a little handful of really lovely raspberries. So yeah, these are just my fruit bushes for next year. these Cape gooseberries in here. It's hard to tell whether they are flowering, and a couple have set fruit, but I think it's probably a bit late in the year. But I'm just going to see what happens, and hopefully they will. They need to ripen on the plant. You can't pick them green and expect them to ripen, they'll just rot. So as it's such a really hot day, I filled my bath up this morning, and I filled the solar showers up, and once I've had a cool dip, that'll be what I use to water the garden. I only use eco-friendly products, and if anyone else is wanting to use it, then I would ask them to just be careful of what products they're using on their body, because you don't want that in your soil if it's going to be nasty stuff. Well, you shouldn't be using it on your body anyway, but I've just done a beauty therapy course, and I think the beauty industry, as much as I love what I've learnt is it's a really dirty industry. It's really dirty, really polluting our waterways, polluting people's bodies. You've got to be so careful with what you put on your body, because it goes into your bloodstream. Anyway, I'm hoping to set up a social enterprise for sort of eco-friendly or more kind of gentle beauty therapy. So I will keep you updated about it. I think this is all for now for my little update. Oh yeah, it's nearly 17 minutes already. The last update I showed you, my mum said there wasn't enough kind of showing you where you are on the allotment, too much close-ups. Well, one of the reasons for that is because I don't want to show you other people's allotments. I don't think that's fair. And yeah, no, she had a good point. I did watch it through and I thought, it's nice to get some views as well. So hope you enjoy this one. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this inspires you to get out, get nosy, talk to people, look at people's gardens, maybe start growing something yourself for winter. It's not too late to start some salad crops for winter. It might be a bit early, but it's worth bearing in mind to what you want to grow and what you want to eat over winter. There's plenty of possibilities. So cheers.